So this week I'm testing out what I plan on doing for 2023. So let's start with my current system. So every day when I wake up, I weigh myself. So I've weighed myself every day. At the end of the week, I take my average weight to see what my true weight is. Then I flip over to my monthlies, and any type of task that needs to happen or any type of goals that I'm trying to do are listed here. This is just really like a good monthly overview. I was trying to track some of my habits at the bottom, but that's not really working out. Today's the 27th and I just haven't marked anything, so I think I'm going to get rid of that next month. Then I flip over to my weeklies. I do write the weather and what it's going to be in the mornings. On the bottom here at the beginning of the week, I write out what they predict the weather is going to be, and usually they're pretty consistent. I mean, sometimes they're off, but I think lately they have been pretty good. On the left here is date specific items, and I'm trying this new format. I saw this on Instagram. I went down a rabbit hole one day, as I'm sure many of you do, and I don't remember the account that I saw this on, but I saw someone set up kind of like putting these double lines, kind of separating things, and it was just, when I saw the post, I thought, that was really appealing to the eye versus just having like, I don't know, I've tried multiple things trying separating them. So anyways, I'm trying it this week. One thing I have changed a little is tasks that I want to do every day or habits. I've been putting them here, and then I've made my weekly goals things that I want to do but not every day. So like my knees over toes workout, I just want to do that 3 times within this week. My Duolingo, I want to try 3 times a week. And then what I've been doing is the days that I do it, I'll put the day of the week right here. So that so far has been working out, because what was happening before is I would list like a bunch of tasks that I would want to do, and then put a little dot where I would like to do them, but I wasn't doing it on that day, and then the dot would be sitting there, but my X would be next to it. So I just thought I would try this format. Of course, my weekly tasks are down here. The star means that it absolutely has to happen this week. Something new that I'm trying, which I've seen this on many accounts as well, is I'm writing down, I'm trying to run 1 mile every day. So I know I'm a very slow runner. I know it's 10 minutes for 1 mile is pretty slow, but that's why I need to start running more so I can get a little quicker. I'm going to put down here the days that I run and what my time was. And then this is really new, I've never done this before, and I've seen people do it all the time, is the dinners. Because like around lunchtime, and I know it's early to start at lunch, but I started thinking about what I want for dinner. And it's a question I have every day. And so I'm thinking maybe if I write it kind of like ahead of time, I plan a day or 2 ahead, then that way I don't have to worry about it that night. I don't have to think about it. I would plan the entire week, but I don't know if you're like me where I'll plan something and I'm like, I'm really not feeling that, to eat that tomorrow. So let's switch it up. So that's why I haven't written the entire week. So we'll see how that goes. And then in the beginning of the year, I was really good about coming back here, writing the date, and then listing all the tasks for the day. So I might go back to that. I'm not sure, because I did get the 2023 weeks mega, so I'm still going to have a lot of pages in the back. Or I might just use it purely for like reference items. So like this past week, I did like an inbox list here. This right here was a weekly setup, like what I liked and didn't like and what I did for September 19th to 25th. So what I did this week was I really liked the 5-minute journal. I used to, a couple years ago, I used to fill it out every day, and what they would have you do is like 3 things you're grateful for, a daily affirmation, I think. And then at the end of the day, it's like, how would today have gone better? So what I did for this week was I did like gratitude affirmation on this column. Still kept the weeks the weather, because I really liked seeing that. And then I would list date specific tasks here. And then on this side is how could I have made today better? And then my habits, I kind of split them out just to try a new format to see if this would be better, which it wasn't. It ended up being too spread out and all over the place. Maybe because I wrote it in gray, I didn't really do it, but it's possibly just me too, because I've been really inconsistent with habits the entire year, you know, so anyways, but this just was too jumbly for me, too many lines, and just everything got lost in it. So I went back to this format, which I think is okay. Now, I was also, for the month of September, using my Techo as like my daily messy journal. So like I would write 3 tasks of the day, my daily stoic. They have a supplemental question that you have every day, writing that up there, and then my list, and then the times of the days that I worked stuff for time management. So I knew where my time was going. And I didn't mind it. I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, I was pretty consistent with it. But my monthly calendar, I didn't really use for anything. You know, I was writing my weight here, but that's a little bit redundant because I do write it in the weeks every day. So I was going to try and go without the Techo for next year, the A6 size. But the only thing is, this year they're coming out with a hardcover, or for 2023, called the Hon. And so I just wanted to get that, get the Hon just to see if it was cool, but I don't think it's gonna change anything, because I think the inside is gonna be exactly the same. And you know, I kind of have this plastic cover, which makes it a little hard, but I don't know. I'm trying this week and this probably the month of October to go without this, because for next year I did get the Wonderland 222 planner, which is pretty much the same size as the Techo, the A6. And this one has, which this might be redundant as well, it has a yearly log, which I thought I could do my weight here, but I do it in there. I did, though, in my Techo, write down like where I am in my cycle, or highlight. So maybe I'll highlight this one. For some reason, I don't want to highlight my weekly. I don't want to mess this up, because I think it's so pretty. But maybe that's what I'll do for this one, is I'll highlight. But I also like this. So I think I'm going to, or I know I'm going to, each month pick one thing that I want to concentrate on. So let's say January, I want to read every single day. So that's a task I'm going to do for the month of January. And hopefully that's a habit that will carry on over when I change it in February. So let's say February, I want to go to yoga, you know, 2 times a week. And so that's all I would concentrate for the month of February. But not to say that I'm going to forget to read every day, but maybe it'll become a habit that I won't even need to think about that for the month of February. And each month I'm going to try and pick up 12 different habits that I want to do for that year, and just concentrate on one per month. Because I think when I put a bunch of things that I want to do like all the time, it just becomes not overwhelming, but maybe it is a little overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so that's what I think I'm gonna do for this 222. And then I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna use this for yet, because this is kind of like a habit tracker, routine tracker. Maybe this will be more for things like vitamins, because I do take that pretty much every day. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm talking out of my ass right now, and I have no idea what I'm going to use that for. And then the weeklies, I think it's just going to be, or monthlies, it's just going to be a monthly overview. Maybe I will put this here instead. But then again, I'm getting redundant again, so I don't know. And then the weeklies, I was thinking about using it to keep track of my time, you know, like when I do things. The only problem is that it starts at 7, and this week I've been getting up at 5:45, so that kind of, or I can just not pay attention to these times, because I didn't in the Techo. I would just write, you know, the times here. I didn't pay attention to this time schedule at all. So that's possibly something I could do, is write my time schedule on this side for time management. That's really why I was doing it. So the only thing I don't like is that in the weekly, Saturday and Sunday are here. I do prefer, or I wish it was its own page, or its own column, I'm sorry. But yes, so I plan on implementing this for 2023. But I am also going to, so aside, oh, I'm sorry, let me go to my cousin. So my cousin's going to stay the same. I'm going to use my cousin for, I'm really, really enjoying this memory keeping in the weekly spread. I think it's so pretty. I think I enjoy just thinking about my day and what occurred that day. At the beginning of the year, I was using my monthly spread for like a daily gratitude or something that happened that day. But I wanted to try and use my monthly calendar as a monthly overview. But it looks pretty sad, I think. And then my daily gratitude, or one thing that happened that day that I want to make note of, move to the top here. And then I kind of do a summary at the end of the day. So I'm not sure. I know the cousin for sure is going to be here next year because I've already ordered it and I have it. And I do like the idea that Helen from Coffee Monsters, she decided that she was going to write in her daily journal her cousin every day. So I kind of like that idea. I'm going to start this week. I say this week, but today's already Tuesday and I didn't write on Monday. So maybe I'll say that I'll start in October, because why wait till next year to start a habit that I want to do? I might as well get the practice in now and start doing it for the rest of the year. So that'll be my October goal. So also for 2023, I want to implement the pockets. This is also something that Helen has done. So basically, the reason why I love it so much, I actually thought about going to like a bigger size bullet journal, but I like the compact size of the pockets. And I like the fact that there's so much freedom in here. So like with the techo, I'm pretty limited to that day of like things. I mean, technically you're not, but you are. And if I fill up a whole page and I needed more room for something, or if I want to draw something, on another day, or you don't have that freedom. Whereas with a pockets or with a bullet journal style, you can, like here, it's kind of messy, but I was toying with the fact of doing a weight graph, and, oh, can you see that? But it's like, I don't know if, I want to be able to have this freedom. I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent because a phone call is coming through, but I just wanted the freedom to be able to draw this on a Tuesday if I wanted to. If I did this in the techo, I technically wouldn't have the room, and then I would use the entire day, and then if I still have stuff to do that day, then it would get messy. So when she said that she had the freedom to be creative and do whatever she wants, throw some stickers in there that I don't normally use, I thought was a really good idea. So I am going to use this for the month of October, because my system for 2023 is hopefully, possibly going to be the weeks, the cousin, the pocket, and then the Wonderland 222. So we'll see. I know a lot of us have multiple planners. Some people only have one that they go to, but I like having the freedom and the creativity and being able to jump into anything, the different styles. It keeps my mind, I don't get bored with something. I like change to keep things fresh. So that is right now what I'm going to do. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. But thank you so much for watching.